What's up, beautiful people? I am back with another video, and this time I am going to tell you guys, especially those of you who have not even looked into what you need to start your business. I am going to go over some of the most needed tools when starting your business, and then I'll give you even my preference on what tools you probably should use starting out. A lot of the tools that I am going to give you today have free plans. So if your goal has been not to spend too much money monthly wise on, starting this business, then this video is definitely for you. All right, so let's get started. So first off, I am going to always start with this because this is the one thing that I lacked starting out. Get a CRM system. Get a CRM system. A big part of when you first start out in your business, a big part of what you're going to be doing is getting leads and generating leads so that those leads could turn into clients and those clients could turn into revenue. So you want to make sure that you actually have a process in which those leads come in, what happens next. And then the biggest thing I realized that those CRM systems help with is reminding you of things like following up. That is so important in that stage of your business when you only have leads. That's it. That's all you got is a potential, and you need to turn them into more than that. People respect you so much more when you follow up with them, and not just when you follow up with them, but like you may have told them, "Hey, I'm going to follow up with you next Tuesday." When you stand on what you've already told them, they respect you so much more. And that goes a very long way. In the beginning of my business, although I did not have a CRM system, I am very, very big on integrity. I am huge on the respect that I carry throughout my business. If I told you I was going to follow up with you, I followed up with you. Period. That's that on that. A lot of times I would even send you a text message reminding you, hey, just wanted to make sure we're still good to reconnect on whichever day, whatever time. That goes a very long way. Your CRM system will help you to keep that process smooth and organized. And even later on throughout the year, or maybe even the next year, you can always come back to some of those people who were leads, who did not convert, and possibly turn them into leads because they may be ready now. So if you are starting out, I would recommend either Zendesk or HubSpot. Now, I will tell you there are going to be a list of tools that I'm going to give you throughout this video, and some of those do have a CRM system. But if you're looking for something that is only CRM or primarily CRM, Zendesk and HubSpot are really, really good for that. Next, this is really for my people who are still working in corporate, who they need to do something to get this business going. You want to get you a social media management. Get one. You ain't posted nothing all year, all month about your business. This is the time to start softly letting people know what you do. Even if you don't make a huge announcement about it, this is the way you do that. Just start softly posting, being a thought leader in whatever it is that you do. So I recommend getting a social media management, especially outside of it being able to help you organize your content. It allows you to automate your content, which I think is huge for those of you who are still working in corporate. But even more than that, it helps you to plan out your content. If you follow me on LinkedIn, and if you don't, do my link is in the description. My content for April was planned out at the end of February, maybe the beginning of March. I like for my content to be planned out at least a month in advance. Even right now for April, I've already started my May content, but a lot of times what I'll do is content that I didn't use in another month, I may go in and refigure it just a little bit and just add that into my May content. Like, there's a lot of content that I had planned for January that I did not use. I am for sure going to run all that back. So having a social media management system, it helps you to pre-plan your content out. And like I said, if you are working in corporate right now, you're serious about starting your business. This not for the people who kind of going, they straggling the fence. They don't know, they might know, one foot in, one foot out. You are serious about starting your business. You need to be posting. And I've said this on other videos, I'll be sure to post. But even if you are not sure about posting your actual, posting your business on your personal page, at least start your business page. At least. And what this will do, not only will it just start to help that page to get known, but this will get you into the habit of posting. And I think that is even more important than you just doing the posting. You need to be in the habit of posting before you even leave your job. That way you can, when you do leave your job, you already got a flow. Now you just adding your picture to it. Now you're just adding your face to it and make it a little more humanized. But I will say, get a social media management system. I highly recommend. I started out with Planoly. I do not remember why I stopped using it, but now I use Later, and I love Later, especially because it has that feature for you to post your reels. And another reason why I love it is because it has multiple social media platforms that you can use, LinkedIn being one of them. I do not use that feature, but I still like that it is there. I schedule all of my LinkedIn posts on LinkedIn. I've just found that to be a whole lot easier, but I do like the capabilities in the event that someone on my team is going to do it for me. They have access to Later already. They can do that. Now, if you're starting out, I know a lot of times you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on different subscriptions and memberships and things like that. Later has a free plan. Now, I think you can only post maybe 10 to 14 posts at the same throughout the month, but that's for each social media platform. And if your behind ain't been posting an extra 10 to 14 posts a month for the free, sounds like a good deal. So I would highly recommend you at least go look into it and start that social media page, your business page, at the bare minimum. And if you already have that page, post. All right, so next, this may be one of the most important things that I preach to my clients in every program that I have. Get an email marketing system. If you are going to pay for anything in your business, I would highly recommend it be an email marketing system. Follow me for a second. I want to take you somewhere. Let's just say you've built out your plan, you've built out your offer, you have your service, and it's ready to go. You're promoting, you have people who are interested. Now you have them. What does your onboarding system look like? What happens after that? Okay, so let's just keep going because I want to make sure you guys fully understand. If you weren't able to answer those questions, then hopefully you can answer these. I have like multiple freebies on my website. So you can go to tashimafreeman.com and you will see all types of freebies. Now check this out. When you sign up for one of those freebies, the first thing you're going to get is an email with that particular freebie that you signed up for. After that, maybe 1 or 2 days later, you're going to get another email. Do you see where I'm going with this? And then after that, I'll probably send you another email before I throw you into my email community, where I am sending emails out at least twice a week. But I'm getting you into my email community. This takes you guys so much further than anyone who just posts on social media. When you have that community in your email, it does multiple things. One, it allows for people to keep you at the top of their dome. You want people to remember you even if they're not seeing you on social media on a daily. And then you also got to keep in mind that people are not always on social media. Sometimes they take breaks. A lot of times people may not see your content on social media. Y'all know how the algorithm is. So you want to have another platform that is not social media based. Email is that platform. Another thing I love about having an email community, I test a lot of the products and offers that I'm going to put out. I test them with my community. I may give them a piece of it for free, and they'll let me know by their engagement if they're interested or not. And then even when they're replying back to those emails, based off of the certain terminologies that they're using, I'm using that to help market to my target that's not in my email community. Get an email marketing system. If you don't pay for anything else in your business starting out, I want this to be the one thing that you pay for. Now, there are platforms that you can use where you don't have to pay for it starting out. But again, if you have to, do it. Now, one thing about the email marketing systems, there are so many awesome systems out there. ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign. The two that at least for people who are starting out, what I would recommend is either MailChimp or System.io. I started out with my accounting business using MailChimp and still do. And with my coaching business, we use System.io. I love both platforms. I have leaned more towards System.io just because it's extremely user-friendly. My clients tend to think it's more user-friendly, and I want things to be easy for them starting out. One thing I love about System.io, outside of you being able to have that email piece, is that you also can get like landing pages, funnels, and all of that stuff set up that you can do on your own. It's a really good platform. Now, if you are in that process of, okay, I'm about to start finding me an email marketing system, the one thing I want you to look into is who's going to provide you the best deliverability. And don't just look for delivery in their email. Look for deliverability in their inbox. That is most important, because the worst thing is for you to have like 1,000 contacts on your email list and only 50 people are actually getting it. Your open rate is basically flatline at that point in time. So I want you to think about that when you are first starting out and getting into purchasing or trying out different email marketing systems. All right. So I want you guys to, regardless if you got a team, you could be a one-woman show, one-man show. I want you to get a project management system. There are so many out there. So many. My favorite would be ClickUp. I highly, highly, highly recommend ClickUp. If ClickUp is too much for you, I would also recommend Trello. But like I said, there are plenty out there. Monday, Asana, all types of platforms out there. One thing I'll say about having this project management system, it has made, especially with my YouTube process, it has made my workflow for YouTube a lot smoother, because now I'm able to see what steps I need to take next to be able to complete a YouTube video. So right now in my YouTube process, we're probably on like step 3 or step 4, which is the recording process. But beforehand, I've had 2 or 3 other things that I need to do before I even start to record. The same goes with a lot of the processes in my business, or just trying to keep up with certain things in my business. I know a lot of people love Notion. If you have never used a project management system before and you're not really privy to those type of things, I would start off with something a lot smaller, such as ClickUp or Trello. Trello may be even a little easier for you, but I would recommend you have that. This is perfect for you managing those tasks that you need to do on a daily with your business. Let me say this. Before you even get to the thought of, okay, I'm about to put in my resignation, I want to make sure that you have a few things, 1 or 2 at the minimum, of daily things that you do in your business. And you put that in that project management system and you actually get it done. That's very important. You want to get into the habit of having certain things to do in your business, having a routine of things to do in your business. I love having ClickUp because it does help me to stay on track of those things. I use a planner, of course, but there are certain things that I know I have to get done that are just in ClickUp that are not in my planner. And that helps for me to stay consistent in my business. And I know for a fact it'll help you as well. Get one. Most of them are free starting out. There are a few that are not. And of course they have their limitations, but most of them are free starting out. Just download one, put it on your phone, put it on your computer, and get to it. All right, so next will be, and I don't take you serious about you wanting to start a business without you having this, a payment processing system. You said you wanted to start a business, but you don't have this set up. And I know you don't have this set up because you don't have your business bank account. Let's get to it. So one thing I will say about having a payment processing system, I don't take you serious if you don't have one in business. I am not doing business with people who are telling me to send a Zelle or a Cash App. It just is what it is. Now, there may be times where, okay, maybe for whatever reason, they're not able to process it through that card and you can send it to my business bank account using Zelle. Cash App is not even an option. Venmo is not even an option. The only reason why I will allow Zelle under like certain circumstances is because it goes immediately to my business bank account. You need to have a business payment processing system. I highly recommend Stripe. I do not recommend PayPal a lot of times. PayPal just has it's perfect if you are buying from someone. As a business owner, we tend to get the not even the short end of the stick. We don't even get a piece of the stick at all. Okay? Be very, very careful with using PayPal as your processing system. Use Stripe. I will recommend Square depending on what you're selling. And if you are a financial business, somewhere in the financial realm at all, I would use a website called CPA Charge. I'll make sure to list the links to all of these tools in the description just in case. All right, so next, Zoom. At some point in time in your business, you are going to need Zoom. Whether you're doing webinars, team meetings, whether you're doing meetings with clients, at some point in time, you are going to need Zoom. If you are not really heavy on Zoom, I would go to Google Meet, if anything else. But when you are doing like webinars and stuff, your Zoom is perfect. Of course, you will have to upgrade if you're going past like 40 minutes and get a paid plan. But even a paid plan, I think, is only $15 a month. So starting out, start with the free plan, but I would even make sure I have my logo on my Zoom, my business name on my Zoom. That's where it's professional. When you're using it, you look like the professional, and that is very, very important. When you start to have client meetings, those first client meetings, it's okay for you to do those on the phone. Especially if you're not even sure if this person is a good fit for your business or you're a good fit for them. Have those on the phone. Those are perfectly fine. But when you get to a point where this person is spending money with you, $1K, $2K, $3K with you, they need to see your face. Do those calls on Zoom. That's important at some point in time. That's just me. But trust me, in the future, people will appreciate you a lot more for that. All right. So if you are not a creative, it's okay. I got you. I'm not like just the most creative person out here. However, I design a lot of things in my business. Even if my team is doing certain things, I may be doing certain things with them to make it all come together. In the beginning, I did everything. Okay? I was the El Capitan. I was the graphic designer, the web developer, the accountant, the marketer, the salesman. I was everything in my business. A big part of what you're going to need in your business is a design software. And I'm talking about Canva. Download Canva, put it on your phone, get it on your computer. They have a free plan. I have not used the free plan in almost 3 years. I probably had the free plan in my business maybe like the first month or two. I love the pro plan. It has so many other options that I can utilize that I don't even remember what the free plan is like. But from what I hear, a lot of people still use the free plan and have been using it for a very long time. You can get a lot of additional things from Google if you need to. And I don't know if this is on the paid plan, but I know Canva has a background remover if you need it. But you are going to need Canva at some point in time to design your templates for either social media. You may have worksheets that you want to give out for free. You may want to do templates for programs, whatever the case may be. Canva is the place to go. I promise you. It has not let me down yet. I would highly recommend it. All right, so we are almost finished, guys. If there are any tools that you feel like thus far you are missing and you still need understanding on, drop it in the comments. That way I can at least, clarify a little more or either add in on those, and I'll for sure answer it in the comments. So get a cloud storage, guys. This is so important. This is so important. I still stick with Google Drive. It is my safe space. I trust Google Drive, and I've had it in pretty much my accounting business and now my coaching business for too long to even abandon it. But if you don't want to use something like that, get a Dropbox. Dropbox is very, very safe. I also use Dropbox, but I love my Google Drive. So just make sure you have some type of cloud storage space, especially if you are in the financial realm. You have to keep a lot of stuff for a certain amount of time. Even if something gets deleted, you want to be able to have it somewhere else. So make sure that you are using your cloud space. If you have one, make sure you are using it, because you never know when you're going to need something. Now, I am going to tell you 2 additional things that a lot of people don't talk about, but will help your business go a lot further. You also want to have some type of recording platform. I use Loom, and Loom has helped me not only have recorded meetings with my team. It has also allowed for me to create my processes by recording them all the way through, and people are able to just re-look at those videos. But it has even gone a step further when I record YouTube videos. If I need to show you guys something on my screen, I use Loom. If you have not seen Loom before, again, I'm posting the link below so you can check it out. I'm not sure if they have a free plan. Honestly, I don't think they do, but regardless, I want to say it's only maybe like $8 a month if you have one person on there. It's pretty friendly on the cost. So I highly recommend getting something like that, especially when you get to a point of you've been in business now for 6 months and now you're starting to think about getting someone on your team. The best way to have your processes is recorded and written down. You don't want to just have them written. You don't just want to have them recorded. One thing, a little cheat sheet. If you record them, you can always get someone else to type that process out for you. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right. So lastly, this is something that is going to make your business go from small business to corporation. An automation tool. You want to make everything in your business automate. You want to make all of the tools that I listed here today, you want them to be able to communicate with each other. I use Zapier. I love Zapier. Very, very easy to use. Also has a free plan, but pretty much everything that I've listed today, it communicates with that. So I want you guys to take a look at Zapier and just play around with it just to see what different options you have. I may later do a video on it, or at least a tutorial on how I've set up some of my automations with one of my systems that I use, which is Dubsado. A big part of everything I do with Dubsado is going from my email marketing system and also going to my ClickUp. So it's all communicating with each other. My clients have no idea. It just looks like a business, and that is what you want. You don't want to just be a small business, guys. You are competing with big brands. We are not just out here small business JoJo from around the corner. No, we are competing with the Publix, the Targets, the bigger brands. And I want you to keep that in mind. So when you're thinking about starting a business, you're not just thinking about starting a small business. You're thinking about building a business. This is a real thing here. This is something that could feed families. This is something that could help someone take their business to the next level, or help them take their personal lives to the next level. And you need to remember that when you're starting out. All right. So if you've enjoyed this video, which I know you have, go ahead and subscribe below. Send it to a friend who you think could actually benefit from it. And you can watch either of the videos here to be able to learn more about launching a successful business and escaping your corporate job. All right, see you guys next week.